Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream. If you have a small moment, I will just announce that I am live in chat. So, what's up, everyone? Welcome. I'm glad you're here, actually. If you have any comments during the live stream, please post them in the live stream channel on Slack. Most of you are in there. If you're not in there, just make sure to click channels and add the live stream channel to your Slack, just so you can actually, comment on the things I'm saying. So, without further ado, we are going to look into the market. I actually had a, trading course update part 2 planned today, but due to the fork, I decided it would probably be best just to discuss the market with you right now, general Bitcoin trends, altcoins, and a lot more to come. Let me just delete all this shit. There we go. So, first update, it's going to be Bitcoin. And to me, this is a no-brainer. As you can see, we have a very strong resistance channel that is part of a larger rising wedge in Bitcoin. And rising wedges are usually bearish signals. Most of you know that they are bearish signals. If you don't, go to Investopedia, look up rising wedge. But the thing I'm interested into now is this resistance. I've marked it in red. It's a big fat resistance that has been into play for, I don't know, since let's see when. Yeah, since April. Since April, this resistance has been into play. It got hit, and we never broke it until the S2X news. What happened? We actually managed to break the resistance. We broke out the RSI. It broke out. Everything broke out. It all seemed very bullish. And that's actually also the time that I got worried. I got really, really worried due to the following things. If you look at this pattern we have right here, and for the ones that have watched my live streams before, it's, what this is. This is a Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, and during wave 5, we actually were at risk of breaking the big fat resistance, which would have gotten us all the way into the, tens of thousands USD Bitcoin. But with recent news, we tried to break out, we didn't succeed. Then we tried again, the bad news came and Bitcoin dumped. So for me, this resistance here, I will make it a little bit fatter so you can see it. It's still valid for me. It still works. It's still in play, and I don't think we will break it in a short term. I absolutely do not believe we are going to break this resistance line. And what does it mean? Well, that's not a very hard one. If I go to the daily chart, you look at this. This is an Elliott wave. I'm going to remove the RSI. I'm going to increase the unbalanced volume a little bit. The unbalanced volume is staying in the same range. All the while Bitcoin is moving into a higher high, another higher high. This is unsustainable. Unbalanced volume needs to be rising along with the price in order to be a real bullish move. And I think this rising wedge is going to play out. I think we're going to stay between these lines all the way until, maybe December. I think perhaps maybe beginning 2018. I don't think so. I think it's going to be until December, and then we are going to break the rising wedge, according to my views, and we will go into a correctional Elliott wave. What does this look like? Usually, the first wave is going to be the same range as the previous wave. Then we will have another wave up, which will bring us to around this peak at 3. and then we will have the largest breakdown of Bitcoin in the past 2 years, which will potentially bring us down to around 2000 USD. Nobody believes this, they are like, no, that's not true, Bitcoin to the moon, 100K. But this in every coin, I don't care. Look at ARK, look at NEO, PIVX, Ethereum, whatever coin you choose, if it's had a reasonable pump, it always retraces like this. So is this good for us? It is good for us to a point where it will be good until point B. I'm going to stay in alts until we reach this point, which would be around January 2018. I think at this point alts are going to be higher, and then we will see a general regression of the entire altcoin and Bitcoin markets all the way up to March, April 2018. And that's the time I will probably go on vacation and just wave the market goodbye, but I don't know that yet. Again, for the people watching, if you have any questions, post your questions on Slack into the live stream channel so I can answer them. Thank you very much. But this is my beliefs. This is what I think is going to happen to the market. And I'm gonna do this play. I'm going to play this. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to be wrong. And if that's the case, I can see 20K Bitcoin, but not yet. Not yet. So on to the alts. On to the alts. The first one I would like to look at with you guys is going to be Pay. I've been screaming Pay for the last week, or maybe even 2 weeks actually. Might have been a little bit too early, but I'm going to show you why I'm so excited. This is a breakout trade, which means we are going to look at the Ishimoku cloud along with on-balance volume, RSI, although the RSI is less important than the on-balance volume. Hold on, I'm sorry for this mess. There we go, 4-hour charts. So, as you can see, we are currently breaking out of the Ishimoku cloud. Now, when was the last time we broke out of the cloud? It was, let's say, September. Let's say September. But there was a major difference. The cloud was nowhere near this resistance. It was like halfway. That it wasn't right in the middle here. We had a low, and then the cloud was in the middle, and then we came to resistance, which we tested and failed to breach. The main difference this time is that we are actually having this major resistance and the cloud together. So we are breaking both the cloud and this resistance line, which I will of course make red as I usually do, and make it a little bit fatter so you guys can see it. But as you can see, this resistance is broken. We passed through it. The on-balance volume is going up quite steadily. It's going up quite steadily, and I believe we are going to break out completely. Let's say to the 30K range, and then probably retest this cloud, retest this resistance, and after that, the way is clear for Pay to make a new high. I think it's a great product. It's an awesome product. I believe in the team. I think they're delivering very well as can be expected from any company in the crypto space. And my target is going to be all the way up here. It's going to be 250K, which would mean a 10x. I know it's way over the top. If you're not into that kind of stuff, you can of course put your target at 100K, which still would mean a very nice X4. We can either trade into this range and sell here, or maybe sell half your coins for a nice profit and a free back. But I am keeping most of my pay until we reach 250K. Yeah, it was an example crypto, Turbo. I don't mean that it's going to happen today. It was like an illustration of the general trend I believe Bitcoin is going to follow. So does that mean that my lines are exactly on date? No, it doesn't. I don't know if the wedge breaks. That's the date I will start my trades, and that's also the day most likely a major head and shoulders will form, which will bring us down well below 6 or 5K. It doesn't mean it's going to happen exactly as I drew it. It was just an illustration. So yeah, again, any questions? Live stream channel in Slack. Thank you very much. Don't post on YouTube. I'm not commenting on YouTube in the comments. It's a waste of time if you're doing that. So yeah, I would look to sell half at an X4, and then I will have a very decent free back plus profits actually, because it's times 4, so I'm going to have 50% profit, and I'm going to have a very major backend pay, which I will keep because they have a great product. Okay, so that's pay. If there's any questions about pay, give a shout. I'm just opening my call sheet right now. I'm going to check out all the calls on there because you guys requested it a lot. So here I am. And the next one I'm going to do is going to be EOS. EOS is on Bitfinex, and I'm trading it against Bitcoins. So what's happening here? What's happening here is that everyone who bought into this range is a noob, because that's when the ICO was still ongoing. Major inflation. Of course, there's still inflation, but it's not comparable to what we had in those ranges. So all these people, if you yourself bought in this range, you have to think to yourself, why did I do that? And make a lesson out of it so that you don't do it next time. That being said, EOS is a breakout trade. It is one of the greatest products out there today. We all know Dan Lorimer. We all know he is a major player in crypto space. He worked with Satoshi Nakamoto himself back in the day. And he is now creating a very good competitor for Ethereum. And Ethereum has a couple of problems, and I will elaborate them right now. There is an ICO on Ethereum, and it's called Kin. And Kin is a cryptocurrency of the chat app Kik. Kik has 300 million users, and they believe they can actually not facilitate the amount of volume they will have on Ethereum, because it will clog the network and make transaction fees go very high and bring all kinds of nasty problems. So they are looking for a solution, which actually means that real businesses have real problems when using Ethereum. And the first coin that could solve this, just like this, is which comes to mind, is EOS. EOS is a lightning fast network. Confirmations are in milliseconds, so Bitcoin confirmation 10 minutes, EOS milliseconds. That's a major difference. That's something worth mentioning, at least for me. And that's why I believe that we will see a 10x on EOS like we have seen on Ethereum. So I'm going to bring up CoinMarketCap. As you can see, Ethereum has 31 billion USD as a market cap. This used to be higher, actually. Now let's look at EOS. Gotta scroll down a bit. Why am I doing this? Here we go. EOS, 500 million. So let's say EOS actually reaches 10% of the Ethereum market cap, because it's supposed to compete with Ethereum. It's a far better product. I've looked at their white paper. It's very, very impressive. Let's say let's speculate here, and let's say EOS reaches 10% of the Ethereum market cap. Now that would be about 6 billion. Currently EOS is half a billion. That means that is actually 10x right there by reaching 10% of Ethereum. I think they could go as far as 50%. And if they actually deliver the product they are supposed to, they could overtake it. But that's another story. Let's say 10%. That's a 10x on EOS right there. And that's why I am so big on EOS. Actually, EOS is by far my biggest bag. I actually took Bitcoins from my cold storage and I put them into EOS, which is something I've never done before. And if we just want to take a position here, it's all about the target in this case, 10x. If you look at the chart, this is where my target would be, my first target, that is. And that is also actually the top of the range where it traded in the beginning. Is this going to happen tomorrow? No, it's not going to happen tomorrow. This will take at least a year, maybe longer. I don't know. But this is completely reasonable. It's not something that's crazy, you know. If they reach Ethereum market cap, let's say they reach half Ethereum market cap, then the chart will actually look like this. And this is only half their intended market, which means it would go all the way like this. Is this crazy? No, it's not, because it happened to Ethereum as well. It happened actually to Enshares, also known as NEO today. It happened to PIVX, and I believe it's going to happen to EOS. So just buy some, hold on to it for a year, and I'm pretty sure you will be happy that you watched this live stream today. Hold on. Just gotta take a drink. You know, this is not something I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for this. And that's why I'm so excited. And that's why I keep telling everyone around me, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Just do it. You will not regret it. So that was EOS. I'm going on to the next position now. For all you watchers out there, I am just going to do all the positions that we are in today. And then after that, I will do some requests, okay? Because, you know, most of the members are, of course, into the calls. So that's most important right now. SIS is actually a pretty easy one. This is not really a breakout trade. Let me show you something why I'm so excited about SIS. If you look at the general trend, hold on, I'm just going to, there we go. And I have to admit, I was a little bit worried. Yes, I was, absolutely. I was worried because we broke the support, and I will just make the support green. We broke the support right here. It was a time when I was a little bit nervous, but then SegWit was cancelled and it got rejected. And now we are above support again, which would actually make this a double bottom. It makes it a double bottom. And something I'm very excited about is that the price went down, but both the on-balance volume went up and also the RSI actually went up. So this is a delayed pump, I believe, and it's, you know, I've been watching SIS. I've been seeing some odd sell walls on there. I think it's being manipulated a bit, but in the end, I believe we are going to break out. And as I've said, my first real target is going to be this, which is hold on. This is a big fat resistance. This one is a big fat resistance. And I believe it will like take a couple of weeks before we break out. And I just suggest to like sell most of your sys around this point, because after that we could of course go down to support, or we could break out. And I believe going down to support is the more likely scenario. So this would give us a nice little profit here. It's not as profitable as let's say Pay or EOS, but this is going to be a nice trade. Very excited about this. So yeah, let's see. Any questions? No, no questions so far. But you know, the on-balance volume alone should be enough to convince you. If you look at this peak, let me just remove this. Just check out this peak. Sorry. Check out this, and then if you look at the on-balance volume, it's still low. Second peak, it's higher. Third peak, it's higher, far higher. So I believe we are going to break out. Speculators might even say it's going to 14K. I believe it could. I believe it could, but not. We need a proper bull market. We need to see green numbers every day in order for SIS to break out and to actually reach those targets. And if the price manages to break this resistance, which I think it will not this year, it's going to be a cis party. I'm going to put a shit ton of money in it, and we are going to get shit rich. So yeah, that's cis. Next one, I try to keep some. I try to keep it rolling. I don't want to make a 2-hour live stream because no one will watch it. WTC. This is actually a call by Carson. I will try to elaborate on it. As far as I can see, we are still under the resistance. Moment of truth is actually approaching as I see it. We have a support. Do we have a support? Yes, we have a support. Okay. Let me just fix this a little bit. It's gonna make it green. There we go. The support is around 60K, 65. Yeah, so support is 65Ks. On balance volume looking pretty good. I'm doing this on the fly. This is not my call, just so you know. When is this? By the end of this month. I think this is going to be a halt. I'm going to change it to halt in the call sheet. It's going to be a halt until the end of the month, and then probably by the looks of it, it's going to break resistance. I'm not sure. So if you bought, just hold. Do not sell, because this makes for a very bad sell. The potential is far higher than this, but just hold this. I'm not 100% sure why this is called, but it doesn't look bad to me. It looks pretty good. But you should probably know Walton is manipulated pretty badly. How do I know this? Just look at the RSI. It's going up, so there is more buys than sells here. Yet the price is going down, so I think it's due to some sell. Well, I will look into it later and update the call sheet. Now another call by Carson. It's ARK. And I do know a little bit more about ARK. I can tell you that much. I do know a little bit more about ARK, and actually I have been into ARK since the beginning of this year. I really like it. I like the cross-chain technologies they are creating. It's absolutely beast. Though I do not agree entirely with the targets. As you can see, we have a very big fat resistance here. It's a major resistance. I hope I can Yes, okay, there we go. So major resistance, just have to fix it. So it looks good. There we go. And we broke it, and then it got rejected fucking hard. It got rejected majorly. So my target, you know, I'm a logical guy. I think, okay, look left for clues. The past will leave us clues. And I think one of the clues is that this basically is a price point where most of the people sell, because you know ARK got absolutely punished for going this high. It wasn't justified, got punished. So the first sell, according to me, would be around 66, 65k, possibly into the rising resistance. But that's basically where you should try to sell. Does that mean ARK will never rise? No, it doesn't. As you can see, we have a pretty strong support here. Yeah, I've marked it in green, and around there's no time frame here. I'd say halfway 2018. Yeah, that would be it. Halfway 2018. That's when this major resistance and the support are going to cross, and that's when I believe we will see a new high. But not for this year. You're better off putting your money in Pay or EOS instead of ARK, because this resistance is just too fat. We cannot actually break it, according to my beliefs. That is. On to the next. You know, if you want to follow Carson's sell point, go for it. I wish you all the luck. You have all the reason to do so. Carson is a great trader, but this is just my personal opinion on ARK, and I'm going to follow it. So Pay has already been discussed beginning of this live stream. Then of course we have Lisk. Lisk is a completely different story. As you can see, I think we have a whale in Lisk. I'm not sure. I think we have a whale in Lisk pushing down the price a little bit more than justified, and then using that in order to make new highs. You know, a lot of people say no, but you have to play with the whales. Whales are in almost every coin. If you can find a coin that doesn't have an influencer or a whale, please message me. I will buy it because it is a unique selling point. I think we can actually reach the resistance line in this case. Of course, now we are overbought, so I would not buy right now. But the unbalanced volume it's looking great. I will consider this a breakout trade, and currently we are above the cloud, so we are safe. We are safe. I'm expecting just a little drop to the support line, just so the RSI can settle, and then the way should be clear to move towards the resistance here. And this resistance has been into play for quite a while. If I draw it like this, you can see it's been into play all the way since 2016, and then we bumped into it again, and I think we're going to bump into it again. If we can break this resistance on Lisk, then it's going to be one big fucking party. Would I count on it? No. I would just sell there, be happy with the profit you made, because this is, you know, 2.5x. It's a nice profit. If you put $1,000 in it, it's $2,500. So no reason not to take this trade. And then Litecoin, I have a particular hate for Litecoin because this chart doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It's not a breakout rate, but as you can see, we have a resistance here. Currently we are breaking it, and that doesn't make any sense because we just finished the head and shoulders. So I don't know I don't know what to make of this. I honestly don't know, and that's why I'm not touching Litecoin. It doesn't make sense. First of all, it's a great product. Don't get me wrong, but there are trades out there that make more sense and that are easier to follow than this, because this is not a pattern. This doesn't mean anything in the books. It's just random shit, and I don't like random shit. I like structure and order, something for me to follow. Next, Vertcoin by popular request. A lot of you made a lot of money on the call from Carson, or at least, okay, sorry, I'm being called. Bye. Or at least some money, because we did win time 4. For Vertcoin, I'm not going to do any swing trading or short-term trading. Vertcoin has good technology. It has the technology to compete with Litecoin, with Bitcoin, and that's what it's supposed to do. You know, it's supposed to be a coin for payments. Very simple. The first use case out there, the one that will always be used, but very, very hard to get into the payments sphere. There's like 3 coins, Bitcoin, Dash, Monero, that are being used for a lot of payments, mostly in the dark web, by the way, except for Bitcoin, of course. And I think Vertcoin is doing pretty well, competing with the others. For it's very new. If you compare it to Litecoin, it's much older. If you compare it to Bitcoin, it's much older as far as age goes into crypto. Crypto exists for 7 years, but then again, I'm just going to draw a Fibonacci. I'm trading this against Bitcoins, like I do with most of my trades, because my goal is to get as much Bitcoin as possible. And I believe this does have the potential for as Carson said. Let me just grab this here. If I look for Vertcoin VTC, we are currently at place 36, which means $200 million market cap. Let's say it gets into the top 10, which I believe it can. That means a $1.6 billion market cap. Now, let's do some maths here. If I have 1.6 billion divided by 200 million, that's 8. So that means we can actually go up 8 times from here. Which is 560,000 Satoshis, which would bring our price point until here. Or, no, I'm lying. Should bring the price. Let's just aim for the top Fibonacci. Let's make it simple. If Vertcoin does what it's supposed to do and we can get into the top 10 alts, which I believe it might, I don't know, maybe it doesn't, but then we can reach the top Fibonacci, and that should be our target. But this is a very long-term play. This will probably take 1 more year, 2 more years, by which time Bitcoin will be worth a multitude of what it's worth today. So I don't think this is going to be the case. If you are in Vertcoin and you bought it here, just make your target 150k Satoshis. Be happy. It's a major up, and then just sell the major portion of your Vertcoins and leave the rest. If the dream comes true and we get into the top 10, then we go there. If it doesn't, you've taken your profits, and who gives a shit? So that's my view on it. Something I would like to share with you. I sold 20% of my Vertcoins here. I sold 20% here, and I sold 20% here. And while I was doing that, I read the chat, and everyone is like, "Oh, Moon Vertcoin, we're going to unknown heights," and everyone is keeping his shit. What happens? It dumps, and everybody is crying. You know, it's your own fault. Take your fucking profits. If you don't take profits, you're gonna get burned on runs like these. So make sure to take profits, guys. If you know, if you don't take profits, then you might as well just go back to your day job, because you're never going to be a successful trader. I know it's emotionally heavy if you've taken profits and the price keeps on growing. It sucks. It's bitch. It's ass. I know, but just fucking do it, and that's the way you're going to be successful. And that's what 90% of traders fail to do. What do they do? Let's say I bought at this range. Okay, the price goes up. Oh my god, I'm going to be rich. Then the price goes down. Holy shit, I'm going to lose all my money. They sell out lower, and then the price continues. That's just something I really want to you know, put into your heart, so to say. It's very important. Next one is going to be COS. There's not a lot to see here because COS is relatively new. I don't think it's useful to apply TA to COS because it's such a low market cap. Nobody gives a shit about TA at these market caps. But for the sake of, you know, your well-being, I reckon, let's put some TA on here. This is the only TA I can do. It just broke out of a triangle. You know what? Screw this. I'm not going to do TA on this. COS is a long-term hold. It's so small that if I put all my Bitcoins in here, I can make the price go like this. Am I going to do that? No, because it's not good for everyone. So just hold, buy some. And if you want to, you know, if you've got COS and you want your holdings to increase, there's only one thing you can do, and one thing only, is use the COS exchange. Buy your coins on there. If you see a good deal, buy it. You just use the exchange, put it on Twitter, make some people get onto the exchange, and that's how we are going to make money. I know they are doing a revamp on the UI, so it's going to look different, which can only be good in my opinion, because it doesn't, you know, it looks like Superman with all the blue and red. It sucks. It's balls. So I'm happy they're going to work on that, and then just put it on Twitter, use the exchange, and then it will be successful. Now, I've already done EOS with you guys, I believe. Yes, looking very good now. Looks like we are, or well, we might be breaking out pretty soon. The volume is picking up here. Now let's see in which direction the volume is going. Appears to be going up. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. I don't care if we, you know, if we go like this. The price could do this for all I care. I don't give a shit, because eventually I'm looking for this to be a flat line and for the price to reach this point. And finally, by request of many, it's going to be NEO. And for NEO, I'm going to say the same thing I've been saying all along, ever since I started this group. NEO is a great, great product. It's one of those coins that I believe will be around in 5 years. And my target is going to be up here. Very simple. Once China lifts the regulations, or better so to say, puts some regulations in place so people can actually do ICOs again, that's the time when it's Neo party, and we also have a descending wedge, which is a bullish signal. Unbalanced volume looking really strong, and I'm holding my Neo. I've actually bought Neo when it was called N shares around, end of 2016. So I don't give a shit if it's going up or down or in fucking circles. If you bought higher, then I can understand your concerns. And I would like to show you that we are currently in a descending wedge, which is a bullish signal. The unbalanced volume is very strong. And also we actually might break out of this RSI very soon, as you can see. It's the breakout might be happening as we speak. This of course has to be confirmed with the daily close because I'm on a daily chart. But this might actually be a very bullish signal. So that's looking pretty good. Okay. I can see Carson is here. And Carson doesn't have a very long time. So if you guys have one small moment, this is very annoying that this has to be done right now, but hold on. Trying my best here. I cannot. Yes, I can. I'm just going to invite Carson. And maybe he can actually do his charts. So yeah, Carson is coming. Here you go. Because Carson actually has to leave for 3 days, so it's a good thing that he's here now. Come on, bro, accept the invite. I sent it to you. Did you get it? Yes, you did. Just waiting for Carson, lads. I'm going to do a bonus chart. What should I cover? What should I cover? Just tell me, lads. Live streams, okay. Steam. Oh, I'm very excited for Steam. Steam is releasing a new product. This product can be compared to Twitter, and you can actually earn money with your tweets. And this is something I'm really excited about. Just look at this chart, guys. Look at this chart. Look how beautiful it is. If I zoom all the way out, you can see it's basically a flat line. They have 300,000 users, which is more than any coin can say. The only coin that's above that is Bitcoin. And their platform is used for creating content. So you put a post on it, and people can upvote your post, and you earn Steam, which is basically the same as earning money. And then, there are some people that have made over $1 million USD just by posting on Steam, which is a fucking great product. It's amazing. And I believe once we are going to break out of this wedge, and we probably will, because Sepal is going to be released soon, and that's basically Twitter for Steam. So if you post tweets, you get paid, which is a great product. I believe we might see a very awesome pump. And that's why I currently own 50,000 Steam coins, which is way too much. I'm in a loss. I have to admit it. I bought it here because I thought we were actually going up. That's why I currently own 50,000 Steam coins. And I hear Carson is here.
What's up?
Yo, mate, how are you? I have to admit it. I bought it here because I thought we were actually going up. I currently own 50,000 Steam coins. And I hear Carson is here.
Hold on 1 second. What's up?
Yo.
Hey, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hold on. I gotta turn my Bluetooth off. All right, talk.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. The link isn't working for my computer, so I can't even pull up the charts.
Okay.
It's annoying.
Yeah. Somebody's saying
But
I'm blunt. I'm not blunt. I'm Dutch. I've been perceived as blunt by a lot of people that are not Dutch, but that's just how we communicate here.
yeah. So if this, you can go back to your screen, Jeffrey. My screen is not going to work, so click on your screen. I'm just going to go over. I'm on my phone right now because my computer isn't working with this
Which coin do
damn
you want me
link.
to pull up?
Pull up, pull up Litecoin.
Yes, that's the one I didn't know.
You
Bitcoin
already
or
did it.
USD?
USD.
Okay. Which exchange? Bitfinex?
No, GDEX.
GDEX. Okay. There
I'm
we
gonna
go.
watch you so that I can.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
fine.
go.
I
Don't you do USDT? All right, I'm watching. Okay. So
yes, it's
for go to the 1 hour.
going to the 1 hour.
Go to the bottom of that before Litecoin started to go parabolic. Go to the bottom of that. Pull out your price and date range tool, and start from $62 and stretch it to $80.
Okay, hold on. From today, $62.
Yes, from today on the 1 hour, go from 62 to stretch it to $80 on the price and date range,
Okay,
or just price range. I'm gonna make sure you got it.
this one.
Let me see. Yeah. If you stretch it to $80, so that's where I expect Litecoin to go. In a short period of time here. Let me see how soon we'll see this. We're already on our way to $80, but let me make sure I have this correctly. One moment. My screen isn't working. So let me
I did it. It's on
28
my
point.
screen.
All right, yeah. So within a day, one day, I think will be Litecoin will hit $80. So within 24 hours, I expect it to hit $80, and then after that point, I'm expecting, we might barely hit $80, or we might, go a little bit above it. But my first goal is, even if you pulled out a Fibonacci, you'll see that that's where the first target would be, on a Fibonacci retracement. So within the next 24 hours, I expect $80 for Litecoin, and then once it hits $80, I'm expecting probably a tiny pullback. I mean, like, if you could pull out the price range tool, maybe like a 10% pullback after it hits $80. And then once it pulls back, it's probably going to have a consolidation period for, let's say, I want to say like 3 days, probably 3 days after it hits $80, and maybe like $3, 3 days and 3.5 days after it hits $80 to consolidate. So it's going to pull back like a good maybe 10% from 80, and then I'm expecting it to go from period. Let me see here. Um, let's see. Um, so after that consolidation period, if we left off at the top here, $80, I'm gonna expect it to go up to $125.
Oh, that's a lot, man. I'd say
It's not a
128.
lot when you're
128
right.
would be the Fibonacci.
128, then you can stick it at there if it even hits that. But that'll be the top for Litecoin for a while. But we're in a new wave with Litecoin, fresh wave. So once we hit 125, I'm expecting a steeper pullback. I think it'll be,
Time frame?
heavy. I think that would be, yeah, off this trade. So today, within 24 hours, we'll hit $80 pullback for like 3 days, and then we are going to go parabolic, full tilt towards like around $125. And that will be the top. So I would be selling incrementally personally on the way up to $125, and that'll be it. That'll be the whole trade, until because once we hit that top at 125, it's it. It's a closed trade. It's going to pull back more than 10%, and that's a good profit taking level. So I would have for an incremental setup, I would have my first targets my first there's going to be 3 targets, and I'll tell you which target's going to be the largest. The first target's going to be the smallest, which is going to be $80. That's going to be the first target. So I'll be doing a small little sell off there. I'm just saying like what I would do. I'm actually not going to be selling off until the third target because I'm going to be out of town. I don't have anything set up right now. But the first target would be a small sell off at $80. You could probably do a quick 10% swing and increase your holdings by 10%. Maybe it'll be no more than 10%. And then we'll shoot off after that consolidating period after 3 days to $125. Now, the second target will be your first relatively large target. Not too big, but at exactly, let me pull this up here on my chart. Let me see. So at exactly $98, the all-time high, that's the first target. Sell off. I would personally be selling off half of my, half of my bag. I would be selling off half of it. Maybe a third. I think a third would be a better way to put it. I would be selling a third off at 100. And then the next sector at 125, I would sell the remaining of my bag. But what I'm going to do, because when you hit the last target as a trader, and this is just going to be like educational, I guess. When you hit the last target, it's fun to have a rough idea of when it's going to hit that target. And it's good to sit behind the computer and watch it. And as it goes up, so let's say that the target is $125. Let's say it shoots up to like $130. So I would be selling off large amounts if it does surge up to that level, because that's a little lucky goodie bag that it even goes to that level. So I would be taking advantage of that if you're deciding not to have automatic trades set in and you want a live trade at the top, then you could wait. But that last target at $125 is my target, my last target. That's the top, no more, no less. Like I said, if you wanted to wait and see if it surges up above that, it's risky because you might not see that happen. It might just start plummeting down. But usually when we're at those levels, there's FOMO. So FOMO could cause a daily candlestick to hit even $150, and then the daily candle closes at like 130 or 125, and then the correction starts. So it's always good to watch the FOMO and make the most out of a trade like that. So that would be my last target for Litecoin. So you literally, right when we started talking about it, you went up to $66.25, which is cool. That's my plan, if everyone is listening. And what else do I want to go over? Lisk. Lisk is gonna go parabolic, just like Litecoin, in the same time frames. So Lisk and Litecoin are the most bullish coins right now. If you wanted to trade going into one coin and then after that trade getting into another coin, like NEO, I don't think is gonna. I don't expect NEO to take off until maybe like a half a month, maybe a month. I have to look at the analysis that I made for NEO, but Lisk and Litecoin are going to be the first to go on this altcoin run. So those are my 2 biggest bags actually right now. Actually, what my biggest bag is ARK, but my largest bag, because I have a lot of my Litecoin cold storage, is Litecoin. My biggest bag is Litecoin. But yeah, so Lisk and Litecoin first to go. You can already see the bulls are coming in with Lisk. I think Lisk is gonna. If we look at the Lisk BTC. Actually, no, not even the Lisk BTC. If you go to the Lisk USD on Bittrex, go ahead and do that. I'm pissed off that my damn computer isn't working. It pisses me off, man.
Don't worry. Hey, calm. There's no Lisk USDT.
There's a Lisk USDT for Bittrex.
Not on Coinigy.
Oh, you're using Coinigy?
Yeah, but I agree. I already did this in live stream, and I think the target is going to be all the way up here. At about
let me see.
200K Satoshi.
Yeah, so I think roughly like anywhere from probably like $15. $15.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anywhere from like $12 to $15. I have my target set here. I think that we could go above $15. I mean, my target actually, my last target's $20. That's if that happens. So my biggest target is $15, but like I said, on the last target, you could, stretch that target to a higher level, which would be the FOMO levels, and $20 is my highest level for Lisk, but $15 is the most that I expect. So,
hey, by the way,
Litecoin,
happy birthday, man.
Thank Thank you, Jeffrey. I know I'm gonna be going. I'm actually gonna be leaving here out of town in less than 30 minutes. I have so much crap I gotta be doing. So I just want to tune in, say what's up. I saw that you were doing the live stream. So Lisk and Litecoin are the biggest winners for the short term, next 3 days, and then
Hey, don't
probably
forget Pay, man. Did you look at Pay yet?
yeah. Coin I looked at yet? No.
Look, look at Pay. Look
Let
at
me go
it.
to Pay BTC. Hold on. I
Look
gotta
at my
make sure that
screen.
I'm not losing time here. So this is gonna be the last thing. I only wanted to go over those two. The rest, I already have my holdings. I already have the calls and the calls
4 hour.
sheet. So it's ARK, Lisk. Vertcoin is very bullish as well. Vertcoin is going to pull back a little bit here. Right now, it's at a perfect dip, right where it's at now. In my opinion, I would have stop loss set for Vertcoin BTC at like 63,000 satoshis. That's where I would stop loss. But I think that Vertcoin just started a new wave, proved us all wrong. I kind of had a feeling because I was doing an analysis. So Vertcoin, it looks good. It went to the levels past the levels that I was expecting, and I expect it to move to the upside over 100,000 satoshis. But I think Lisk and Litecoin are going to go before Vertcoin finishes that next wave. Let me look at Pay real quick, and then I got to go.
Check out my chart. It's beautiful.
What'd you say?
Check out my chart. It's beautiful, man. It's gorgeous.
For Pay?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that is. I'm looking at it right now. That is really nice. Where did you find something like that? Oh my gosh! Oh. No, I'm just playing. All right, so Pay BTC. Yeah, wow. Let me pull out here. Pull out game strong on these coins, guys. This altcoin party ain't gonna last forever. It ain't gonna last forever.
It's gonna last a month,
So
I think.
Yeah, I think it'll last a month amongst all the altcoins. I think Lisk will be finished in the next 4 days. I think Litecoin will be finished in the next 4 days. But some of these other coins are probably gonna. I mean, even Digibyte is starting to wake up. I'm watching that one closely, but I'm not optimistic. Holy crap, Pay looks really good on the Pay BTC.
Yes, that's it.
Pay looks good. I'm looking at the 4 hour. Let me look at the 1 day. Yeah, no, Pay looks good. I think Pay is going to be one of those coins that is more of a long-term bullish cycle. Looks like it's just starting now. So I think that instead of getting into Pay, no, hold on. Actually, no. Yeah, Pay's due for a pretty heavy run. If I look at the charts right now, Pay would be a good coin to have a bag of. I think, yeah. But I think it might be a little bit longer, maybe in an extensive bull run. But it seems like if Pay is gonna go, it's gonna go fast and it's gonna go hard. Like it's gonna go fast and hard, like 300% real quick within a day or so. So that's definitely a bag that I would probably have. I don't have any of it, but now that I'm looking at it, this is a coin that I was not aware of. That's why it's good to have me and Jeffrey. I'll go pick up a bag of this right now. I'm glad you told me.
Nice.
Yeah, this will be a quick ass run.
Okay, guys.
But yeah, so
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, Carson is picking up a bag of Pay, so we can expect a 2x today.
Since I'm buying the bag, I'm gonna be pumping it up now. That's funny. But yeah. So I gotta get out of here. Thank you for doing a live stream at the perfect time while I was here. Everybody, take care. Stay profitable. Jeffrey, take care of the crypto campus while I'm gone. I'm gonna go celebrate my birthday out of town. It's gonna be fun. So I'll see you guys very soon.
Yeah, enjoy, man.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Enjoy, and thanks for coming.
Thank you. Absolutely. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Okay, so there we go. There we go. Okay, I think that's basically it. I've covered every call. I have been live for oh shit, I don't even know how long I've been live. Been live for an hour. So I think that's enough for me for now. I need to open a bottle of wine. I need to relax a bit. Just so you guys know, I have been working my fucking ass off last 3-4 weeks doing administration, crypto campus trading, keeping the members, kicking out people that are not so very nice. doing a lot of shit, and I absolutely fucking love it. So thank you all for your support. It's appreciated more than you could know. Absolutely, I love doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this as long as I can. I really appreciate you guys. And if you have any remarks or you need anything, you know where I am. Just one more thing before we end. I am working with someone I know, and this person that I know has a massive real estate portfolio. Wants the product so that people can actually buy part of the real estate. For, let's say I have saved up 2,000 euros, I can buy a percentage of a really big building, and I will earn part of the income from it. And as of today, the product exists for over a year, and it only works with euros right now. So you have to deposit euros, you can buy a part of the real estate, and you will earn income from the rent. And we are actually working actively to move all of this to the blockchain. It's going to be great. It's an existing product, it's an existing business. It's a massive real estate portfolio, and it's going to be blockchainized. So yeah, that's what's going to happen, and I will make sure you guys get a great deal on it if you want to participate. More details to follow, because I will get sued if I share too much. I signed an NDA, but it's great. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to talk to all of you in the Slack. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Just so you know, I get over 200 DMs every day, and I try to answer every one of them. If I miss yours, just spam me and I will answer. Okay, so thanks everyone. Have a good night. Bye Pay, bye EOS, and you guys are great. Thanks everyone.